Yeah, I saw it. I read the headline that said J.J. Watt is seriously considering the Browns. And it wasn't immediately followed by a punchline. The Browns have been waiting a long time. Their fans have been waiting a long time for that. And they deserve J.J. They deserve him. Welcome back to Odd Man Sports. I'm your host, Brandon Perna. I'm also the host of That's Good Sports, which is also on YouTube. So subscribe to both channels. Now, last week, under the Odd Man episode, one confused commenter posted this 100% valid question. How is this different from That's Good Sports? Well, Eric Tollfree, if that is your real name, I will tell you. That's Good Sports is an irreverent and humorous look at the sports world, during which I sprinkle in a fair amount of dick jokes, while this show, Odd Man Sports, is the same concept, but with dick and ball jokes sprinkled in. So I hope that clears things up for you. On the show this week, we've got Bradley, Beal, ball gags, blabbing, sports bettors, and J.J. Watt showing us how modern breakups are done. Dinks and Dunks. Well, it happened, everyone. The Super Bowl is behind us. And the first Sunday without football happened to be on Valentine's Day. A total 1-2 punch. Actually, it was more of a 1-2-3 punch if you count my wife's reaction to what I thought was a fun Valentine's Day gift. A dozen cameos from Derrick Rose. Thankfully, with football over, I've been able to fill my time by diving into other sports like basketball, baseball, and America's fourth major sport, photoshopping Deshaun Watson into other teams' uniforms. Can we show Deshaun Watson in a Broncos uniform one more time? Yes! Oh, yes! This is beautiful. It's like the Mona Lisa, even though she was quite plain. But this should be in a museum. You know how during sex, you're supposed to think about baseball to make it last longer? Well, the last time me and the wife were, fornicating, an image of Deshaun Watson on the Broncos popped into my head, and it was over faster than the Chiefs' Super Bowl chances. And after, I was like, sorry, honey, I pictured him again. And my wife was like, don't worry, I was picturing him too. Which weirdly gave me the energy for round two. Now, switching gears from Deshaun to Marshawn Lynch had his announcing debut in a new indoor football league called Fan Controlled Football, which I did a video about on my channel. Here's my impression of the play-by-play guy reacting to Marshawn Lynch's commentary.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw back this Caesar salad with these croutons and all this shit though, right?
Apologies to our viewers for the saltier than anchovies language here, but that's what you get when you put beast mode in the booth.
Go ahead, take me a nice fat shit, get my stomach all right.
God bless Marshawn Lynch, though. Lynch is the first 100% not safe for work athlete that is also weirdly a kids' candy spokesman. There's only a few people we can trust to give kids candy, and Marshawn Lynch is certainly one of them. Now, shifting to some NBA news, Bradley Beal's streak of 194 consecutive games was snapped as the Wizards held him out of Saturday's Knicks game due to leg soreness. However, that didn't stop a gimpy Beal from showing up at the game wearing this, what can only be described as a gimp mask. Now, I don't want to kink shame the NBA's leading scorer. And however Bradley chooses to express what it feels like playing with a ball dominatrix like Russell Westbrook is his business. But if I tried to deliver next week's episode with a ball gag in my mouth, I would expect some blowback in the comments. Although it might also be our most watched episode. So if this video gets 500 likes, I will absolutely start next week's episode wearing a ball gag, which I have plenty of. Because if there's one thing I've learned about the internet, it's that really embarrassing stuff usually fades away with time. Right? Money talks. Well, we did it, people. We showed them that we can't have nice things. 2021 was the year we stupidly canceled our biggest advantage, pop culture prop bets, because we couldn't keep our fucking mouths shut. Pop culture bets were the biggest edge we had against the house. Rather than betting on 50-50 sports outcomes, they actually let us bet on 100% knowable things, like the length of the national anthem or the opening song of the halftime show, which you could confirm with a LinkedIn request to the weekend's sound engineer and a Venmo payment of like $50. But we fucking blew it. We lost our one edge, and now all that's left to do is figure out who's to blame. The first culprit is this genius who tweeted a video of this year's Super Bowl national anthem warm-up, which promptly took this bet off the board. Then this Einstein collaborated with friends to put up $50K on the plus 750 bet that there would be a streaker at the Super Bowl, which actually hit when he ran across the field in his birthday suit. But then he lost out on over $350,000 because he couldn't keep his mouth shut about his plan. And someday in the future, we'll bounce our grandkids on our knee and they'll ask, Grandpa, was it true you could really bet on the color of Gatorade? And we will wistfully nod our heads, yes. And then little Timmy will ask, but Papa, isn't that like information that a lot of people would know? To which we will reply, yes, Timmy. Even at the time, it didn't make a lot of sense. And then I'll tell little Timmy to get the hell off my knee because he's actually 16 and weighs 250 pounds. And that no 16-year-old should have a grandpa as a best friend, you fucking loser. If there's one thing that casinos don't like, it's losing money. And if there's another thing they don't like, it's when I call the cocktail waitress Toots. My name's Keith, and if you want any more Bud Lights while milking the penny slots, you won't call me Toots again. Message received. Either way, the days of insider prop bets are done. So, thanks for nothing, blabbermouths. This week's Odd Man Out. On Sunday, JJ Watt announced on Instagram or Twitter or wherever that he was breaking up with the Texans.
I wanted to do this on video as opposed to putting out a statement or doing a press conference or anything like that, because I want you guys to hear it directly from me.
You hear that, media? Your work here is officially done. Athletes break their own news now, on their own platforms, on their own terms. This direct line of communication between athletes and fans is mostly a good thing. The unscripted goodbye felt more authentic and heartfelt than a pinned thank you in the Houston Chronicle or a meandering farewell in the Players Tribune, ghost written by the same guy who writes all of those James Patterson and Tom Clancy novels, which I've never read because I'm terrified of ghosts. But cutting out these middlemen to deliver unfiltered access is not without its hazards. As we saw rather obviously when a heavily medicated A.J. Brown went live on Instagram after having knee surgery.
This is no talk, bro. Like, real talk, I'm going to be the best receiver in the NFL, bro.
Look, so it's kind of cold, but if you want it over ice, you can...
Oh, it's really cold.
Everyone thinks they want less production and more access, unscripted sound bites and more mic'd up moments. But buyer beware, because for every clip of Mike Evans marveling at Mahomes escaping like a ghost,
how did he do that? I don't know.
We get one of Haley Joel Darnold admitting he's seeing ghosts. A quote he'll never live down. And for every fun Phillip Rivers, fudge bucket, we get Justin Thomas dropping a bundle of sticks bomb after this missed putt.
As he tried to putt aggressively through it.
Ouch.
This accidentally broadcast slur cost Justin Thomas his multi-million-dollar Ralph Lauren endorsement, which probably means JT feels the same way about hot mics as former Reds announcer Tom Brenneman did last August, as there's a drive to deep left field by Castellanos. It will be a home run, and so that will make it a 4-0 ball game, which I am deeply regretful for. Now, as a fake media member, I am personally in favor of removing all guardrails protecting athletes from themselves. Trust me, all of these unforced errors make writing these shows way easier. But athletes may want to think twice before burning the bridge to the media completely, because while media members are surely self-aggrandizing trolls, the ones who do it right can actually help athletes hone their message and present it in a clean and straightforward way. It helps if you think of the media's job as similar to Anthony Davis's Invisalign. Somewhere between drugged up post-op videos and sanitized puff pieces is the appropriate middle ground. But as long as everyone keeps missing the mark, I will still have a job. So, that's all right. Thanks everyone, tune in next week as I hopefully debut my ball gag routine. And then little Timmy will ask, "But Papa, isn't that like information that a lot of people would know?" I don't know why my grandkids are Mickey Mouse.